Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be taking a look at an article from CNN Media, but it, for whatever reasons, on money.cnn.com. It's by Oliver Darcy and it's written on it was published on July 11th. Facebook touts fight on fake news but struggles to explain why InfoWars isn't banned. Well, considering you people over at CNN report on more fake news and have been faking news since the first Gulf War, which is a documented fact. There's a video of it on YouTube that no matter how hard you've tried, you can't get rid of it. And when I show people this video, because they go, oh, CNN, no, CNN wouldn't do that. And you literally, blue screen, roof of the CNN headquarters in Atlanta. Okay, with potted palm trees, faking that you idiots were there during the first Gulf War. So why the hell aren't you being taken off of, YouTube, huh? Because Oliver, you're a fuckwit. You know that, right? Facebook officials struggled on Wednesday to explain why it permits InfoWars, a media organization that is one of the world's leading purveyors of conspiracy theories, to have a page on its platform. Oh, really? Conspiracy theories, because leading up to the election, and I'm not a fan of Alex. He's been pretty accurate when it comes to a lot of stuff. More accurate than you, and I'm no fan of him. So, explain that one. The company, I mean, you guys, you failed on getting them. This is funny because here they are. They're going after Alex on Facebook. Got to go after Alex Jones and InfoWars. Got to do it. You failed on YouTube. You tried CNN, you failed. You called for mass flagging of his content. You sleazy, scummy shitbags, which should go to show how scared you are of what he has to say. Now, because you couldn't do it on YouTube, you're going after him on Facebook. This is disgusting. You're not news reporters. You're activists. You're trying to push an agenda that you want. And you're vile, disgusting people for it. Oh, God. The company's failure to produce a satisfactory answer on the matter came at an event Facebook organized in its Manhattan offices, where the company aimed to tout its commitment to combating fake news and misinformation. After a short presentation showcasing Facebook's efforts to fight misinformation, John Hedgeman, the head of Facebook's newsfeed, and Sarah Sue, a Facebook product specialist for newsfeed, took questions from reporters. Which I'm sure, you guys put them on the spot and trying to get this agenda to be pushed. Oh, God. You're pathetic. And I love how you use a video at the top there that, because I have ad blocker, won't play properly, about the Sandy Hook situation, which, isn't he winning those lawsuits? Haven't a bunch of them been dismissed? You leave that little tidbit out. Because the claims of what he supposedly said aren't necessarily what you're claiming it is. Oh my God. When asked by this reporter how the company could claim it was serious about tackling the problem of misinformation online while simultaneously allowing InfoWars to maintain a page with nearly 1 million followers on its website, Hedgeman said that the company does not take down false news. I love how they put that in quotes. I'm sure there was a lot more to that statement, and it wasn't an implication that Facebook sees InfoWars or Alex Jones as fake news. But yet, they take this little snippet out and they make it sound like that's what Facebook is saying. This is dishonest reporting. Let's see the full quote for that. And when asked by this reporter, what? Oh, you? Okay, yeah, of course it was you. Like I said. I guess just for being false, that doesn't violate the community standards, Hegeman said, explaining that InfoWars has not violated something that would result in them being taken down. Because, oh wow, maybe they're not, because they're not reporting necessarily fake news. I mean, if I remember correctly, if you go back, Alex had reported on a lot of the stuff that's going on right now with like congressional hearings and stuff like that before it even like became public knowledge. Go figure. And you're trying to claim they're fake news because you're afraid that more people will actually start listening to Alex and see that, as of late at least, you know, since 2006, you know, the 2016 presidential election run-up, he's been pretty legit. Huh. Go figure. And I'm not a fan of him at all. Far from it. I mean, when it comes to the whole InfoWars thing, I'm more of a PJW, Paul Joseph Watson type. But yeah, this is funny. Hegeman added, I think part of the fundamental thing here is that we created Facebook to be a place where different people can have a voice and different publishers have very different points of view. Yeah, exactly. Well, because, oh, that's right. That point of view thing you don't like because Alex's point of view, InfoWars' point of view, Paul Joseph Watson's point of view is, when it comes to reporting on current events, is far different from yours. And they're not toting this propaganda pushing line, fake news bullshit that you are. Jesus Christ. So basically you have to be lying sacks of shit to be considered real news these days. Huh. Go figure. While publishers may certainly have a different point of view, InfoWars is no ordinary publisher, and the content it produces does not just offer different points of view. The media organization is notorious for spreading demonstrably false information and conspiracy theories on a host of issues, including suggesting the Sandy Hook massacre was a hoax staged by child actors. That's not exactly what he said. I love how dishonest you are. He said that there were aspects of what was going on, because when you have them running a training exercise the day this happens, you have, oh, your boy Anderson in front of a green screen and get his nose cut off. Shady shit looks like it's happening. Just saying. Bring that up, though, and you're saying that it was all staged. He never said it was completely staged. He said that there was aspects that looked like they were staged. There's a big difference. And I'm not defending Alex with that. I'm just reiterating what he actually said. Which is why these lawsuits from these Sandy Hook parents are getting thrown out. That's why any lawsuit against him with the Sandy Hook thing has been getting thrown out. But you don't bring that up, because that doesn't fit your narrative here. Earlier this year, the outlet smeared student survivors of the Parkland shooting with baseless attacks, portraying them in one video as actors. That's a complete misrepresentation. And actually, I think it was an interview with you, CNN. It was either you or MSNBC. I believe it was CNN, actually. The raw footage got leaked, and little Davy Hogg was being coached in what he was saying. That's what Alex was talking about. Little Davy Hogg being coached in what to say. Jesus Christ, you are so dishonest. And I don't even like defending Alex. Even on Wednesday, before and after Facebook defended its decision to allow InfoWars to operate on its website, InfoWars used the social media platform to spread baseless conspiracy theories. In one video posted to Facebook, InfoWars claimed billionaire George Soros wanted to seize U.S. voting machines. Yeah, because at one time he did. I mean, the Democrats were caught rigging them, so yeah. In another post, InfoWars, which has suggested that the September 11th terrorist attacks were an inside job, asked, will Trump expose the truth behind 9/11? No one believes your fucking bullshit fucking story about 9/11, you dumb morons. No one believes the official story. Most believe that on some levels there was an inside job thing going on. Because when you have all these people training to fly planes, the FBI and other intelligence agencies are getting phone calls about this shit, and people are being told to stand down as a matter of fucking record? Huh. Maybe, just maybe, there's, some basis for that statement. Not only that, on the note of inside jobs, Gulf of Tonkin, false flag was an inside job. On that note, because of it being a false flag. JFK assassination. His files, the files that were declassified, pretty much prove inside job. But yet 9/11 wasn't. The same day that the 9/11 terrorist attacks happened, NORAD's running a test and everything's told to stand down when the shit's going on. But yet it's not an inside job. Okay, CNN, this is why you are fake news. Pressed for more answers on its position on InfoWars, Sue said at the event that Facebook has thus far chosen to focus on tackling posts on its platform that can be proven beyond a doubt to be demonstrably false. Exactly. See, this just, holy crap. Which we're a little bit further in than probably most people would read. So what you just basically admitted is Facebook had to admit, and you're now admitting through it, that what Alex is reporting on can't be proven as fake, as demonstrably false. Meaning it's not fake news. Whereas the shit that you idiots put out there can easily, in a lot of cases, be shown to be demonstrably false. A good example from recently, when you're trying to talk about fake news. Weren't you one of the news outlets that took the picture from 2014 of the kids behind chain link fences and these little chain link fence cages with the silver thermal blankets and went, look what Trump is doing, when it was Obama? Oh, wait a minute, that's right, you were. So why are your posts up on Facebook? Because you're more fake news than Alex is. Huh, go figure. There's a ton of stuff, conspiracy theories, misleading claims, cherry picking, that we know can be really problematic, and it bugs me too, Sue said, because Sue is probably a leftist. But we need to figure out a way to really define that in a clear way, and then figure out what our policy and our product positions are about that. Well, it's also the fact that there's a slight legal issue. Was it Section 230 of the Decency Act, Online Decency Act, or whatever it's called? I believe it's Section 230. In order for them to remain an impartial platform, they have to, in order for them to have no liability for the content of their user base, they have to remain an impartial platform. And if they go and give the ban hammer to Alex and InfoWars, they're no longer being impartial. And where Alex, to an extent, has contact with the president, it probably wouldn't be a good idea to give Alex the ban hammer, now would it? Probably backfire in your fucking face. Don't you think? Just because you don't like what he has to say, because, he isn't reporting on fake news like you, with like the little children that Obama had in those cages. Emailed for any additional comment after the event. Facebook spokeswoman Lauren Svensson said questions about InfoWars hit on a very real tension at the social media company. Yeah, because you leftists are freaking out. You don't like Alex, and people are like, well, you can't just ban him because you can't prove the shit's false. Sue just had to admit that. We work hard to find the right balance between encouraging free expression and the promoting a safe and authentic community, and we believe that downranking inauthentic content strikes that balance, she said. In other words, we allow people to post it as a form of expression, but we're not going to show it at the top of news feeds. So, basically, they just admitted here that they are fucking with Alex's reach. They are fucking with their trending to move him down to the bottom. That's disgusting. And you're touting this like this is this isn't enough. It's censorship. If they did it to you, CNN, you doxing bastards, with, threatening Hans asshole Solo, going and, with doxing and then getting the backfire and then going, well, we're not even going to mention it. We're just going to show up at a little old lady's house, show her house, her street, everything, and we're going to dox her ass so some fucking psychopathic leftist goes down and beats her because we don't like what she's putting out there. When you're doing stuff like that, okay, that's disgusting. And you're bragging about him being delisted. You shouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't want you to have this happen to you. But if anyone should, when you do stuff like that, your content should be delisted, CNN. Bottom line, your content, when you're fake news, creating news, trying to get some little old woman, get her ass beat, that's through implication is basically a call to action, which is still free speech because it's not an actual call to action, but that's what you wanted. You wanted that little old lady to pay. When you do stuff like that, why shouldn't you be delisted? Why shouldn't you have your stuff moved to the bottom of the list? Alex has never done anything like that. Svensson added, that said, while sharing fake news doesn't violate our community standard set of policies, we do have strategies in place to deal with actors who repeatedly share false news. If content from a page or domain is repeatedly given a false rating from our third-party fact-checkers, which are PolitiFact, Snopes, the Southern Poverty Law Center, and other leftist organizations, which I'm sure they label Alex as fake every chance they can when he's pretty much being factual, I'm sure. The same people who basically took a statement made by Trump that he said more than once and counted it each time as a new lie to say that he lied 1,000 times or something ridiculous like that. Yeah, these are real trustworthy people. We removed their monetization and advertising privileges to cut off financial incentives and dramatically reduce the distribution of all their page level or domain level content on Facebook. So, that means at one point you guys must have thought Diamond and Silk were fake news because that's exactly what you did to her, and then you had to apologize. And if you do it to Alex and you know this, in the end, you'd have to apologize and you'd just draw more attention to him. So you can squawk and bark and piss and moan and whine and cry and bitch and complain all you want. But the bottom line is, you can't censor him because you cannot prove what he is putting out there, especially since leading up to the presidential election, is fake news, is demonstrably false. You cannot do it. It is a matter of being impossible. Which is why you figure you're going to get your freaking followers in a foaming mouth fucking rage, your dumbed down CNN lovers here. Which there can't be much of those left. There can't be much of them left these days. But you're going to get them all worked up and go, ooh! So they'll go whine and cry to Facebook about trying to get Alex banned. Or like when you were calling for people to mass flag his shit, maybe they'll start doing it on Facebook too. And you can try to take him off there. This is about deplatforming Alex, and it's disgusting. You don't like what he has to say, don't listen. CNN, you're supposed to be a news outlet, not activists trying to shut down someone. And you wonder why you're being labeled fake news. Well, you're calling Alex fake news. This is fucking hilarious. But yeah, so they're going to remove their monetization and advertising privileges. Big fucking whip to cut off financial incentives. So yeah, I don't think I read this. We removed their monetization and advertising privileges to cut off financial incentives and dramatically reduce the distribution of all their page level or domain level content on Facebook. So yeah, basically, this is the whole idea of the ad apocalypse on YouTube. What they're doing is they're saying, be good little bitches and do what we want. Well, we're going to fuck your ability to make a living. That's what it comes down to. They did it to Diamond and Silk. They got busted for doing it to Diamond and Silk. But Alex is too big that they can't get away with it. They thought they could get away with Diamond and Silk, but no, it didn't happen because they were bigger. They had more reach than Facebook anticipated. And they don't want to fucking try to deal with that shit with Alex because it'll blow up in their faces. It should be noted that Facebook has taken action against pages that have spread false news in the past. In October 2017, when CNN notified Facebook that 2 pages had shared a debunked story about Seattle Seahawks player, a spokesperson for Facebook told CNN it had removed the pages for violating its policies. The spokesperson at the time did not say which policies had been violated, but added, all posts that have been reshared from the pages we unpublished will also be removed as a result of the page being taken down. So here's CNN, again, admitting that they're activists. They are not news reporting as an agency or a group. They are not news reporters, period. This is disgusting. They admit this. And they admit that they meddled and caused what they considered a fake news story, which we have to take their word for it, that there was supposedly this fake news story, which I'm sure because, you know, they got something taken down and they're bragging about it. Yeah, they did. And I'm not sure if it was fake news, but it was probably something that was not favorable to the player if it wasn't. I love this. Related parents of saying, yeah, they filed lawsuit and I didn't get dismissed. In recent months, InfoWars has been drawn into the spotlight. For years, the outlet operated in the dark corners of the internet, spreading conspiracy theories without facing much scrutiny. But as tech giants now grapple with how to prevent their platforms from being used to spread fake news and false information, InfoWars has found itself under pressure. I love this. Alex has not been... Oh my God, they make it sound like this is like seedy, shady, dark shit. The dark corners of the internet. So YouTube and his own website are the dark corners of the internet these days because he started out, you know, on the note of the web stuff really on YouTube. Please explain this one. How is YouTube the dark corners of the internet? And he faced a lot of fucking scrutiny. He faced a lot of scrutiny. To claim that Alex didn't face a lot of scrutiny because you assholes started in on him back then trying to... And then you went, oh, wait a minute. If we give him a lot of attention, every time we give him attention, his audience grows. So you stopped paying attention to him. Now you're freaking the fuck out. That's what it comes down to. And the only reason why they found themselves under pressure is because of you idiots at CNN and MSNBC looking at the fact that he has a further reach than you do. And it pisses you off. It scares you. That's what it comes down to. He has managed to grow a brand while you are shrinking and dying. Am I hitting the nail on the head? Does the truth hurt? Earlier this year, YouTube gave the outlet at least one formal strike against its largest account, warning that if it receives 3 strikes, a social media company will ban it from its platform. And I love how you leave this out. You leave out the fact that you're the whole reason why they got the strike because you called for mass fucking flagging. You shitbag eating. Oh, you shitbag scum eating fucking waste of space. You're the whole reason why they got the strike, CNN. Be honest. Own up to it. You owned up all the your other shit. Be Oliver, be a man. Don't be a soy boy cuck. Be a man. Admit that your employer are the whole reason why they got that strike. Oh, wait. If you admitted that, then it looks like you're out targeting them because you are. Huh. Go figure. So, yeah. CNN, for whatever reason, as you can see, has a bug up its ass with Alex and InfoWars. It's probably the fact that he's having far more of a reach than they are. It's probably the fact that he's probably reporting more accurate information than they are. But for whatever reason, they're out to get him. And I'm sure they're going to go after YouTube again and try to blame Alex, and they're going to if they do something like that, they're going to try to encompass more people because they figure if they can't take him out, they'll at least take others with them, others in the process. But I mean, this is ridiculous. I'm not a fan of Alex, and here I am defending him against CNN because they're vile, disgusting shit pigs. And I think I've covered this well enough, so I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.